Now on 10 News this morning, these two men are accused of trying to kidnap a 15-year-old girl in Encinitas. What we're learning about their relationship.
We are watching for increasing humidity and high surf coming to our area. I'm tracking your forecast to get you ready for your day.
North Korea launches another missile. We'll tell you where it could hit if directed at the U.S. 10 News this morning starts right now.
Live from the Scripps Studios, this is 10 News.
Good morning. It is Saturday, July 29th, and we're glad you're with us this morning. I'm Jim Patton.
I'm Mary McKenzie. Thanks for being here. We're going to check in with Melissa to get started before we get to headlines. So, a little humid. You said it's going to stick around for a while. Yeah,
no pun intended.
Yeah.
It's going to stick around. Yeah, it's going to be a long-lasting humidity here. But first, I want to show you our coast here. Live look outside. This is La Jolla, one of our sky cams here, and we are waking up to some morning clouds and patchy fog. You can see that here from our satellite radar. But by later on today, we will start to see some clearing. If you're heading to the beaches, water temperature is pretty comfortable, but there is a beach hazard statement for higher surf that kicks in a few hours. I will get into further detail on that in our full weather forecast. Right now, our current conditions, our downtown Skycam there, 70 degrees. The winds are calm. The sun's going to set here at 7:49 tonight. If you are heading out for a morning jog, you're going to want to do it early because you saw there along the coast, we are dealing with those morning clouds. The temperatures upper 60s to lower 70s. By later on today, of course, it will be sunny. And that's something I am going to watch for, as well as tell you about your full weather forecast. That's going to be coming up here when I return. Jim?
Breaking news update. A second man is arrested for trying to kidnap a teenage girl. Though those living in Encinitas now breathing a sigh of relief, Christopher White and Jeremiah Owens are behind bars, accused of trying to grab this girl from behind and then get her into their truck. She was waxing her surfboard at a driveway Wednesday when the attack occurred. Teen fought back and got away. White's truck was found in Cardiff Friday, only 3.5 miles from where police say he tried to grab the girl. Both men now facing several charges, including assault and kidnapping.
And here's what we've learned about these two men. They lived together in Escondido, and deputies spent most of the night searching their home at the Villa La Paz apartments. According to a LinkedIn page for White, he's a field technician for Sunshine Communications in San Diego who installs cable and internet phone lines into people's homes. Neighbors say they're shocked at what these two are accused of. They say these two men basically kept to themselves most of the time.
Their window was always open. You know, we'd walk by with the kids or by yourself, and you'd always see them smoking.
So on a public Facebook post, White shared a photo with a caption, you see it here, explaining some basic aspects of beginner photography to my roommate, Jeremiah Owens, while roaming Moonlight Beach in Encinitas. Encinitas, of course, important because that's where police say the two men tried to kidnap the teenage girl.
Controversial video of an encounter with U.S. border agents is now making investigators second-guess the actions of the agents involved. This video, obtained by ABC News, shows an encounter between agents and a drug smuggler, 16-year-old Cruz Velasquez. The teen can be seen drinking from bottles now determined to have been filled with a liquid form of meth during a border cross in 2013. The Velasquez family believes that he was set up. We spoke with ABC's chief investigative correspondent about policies set by the Border Patrol.
The agents, according to their training, are supposed to separate suspected contraband from suspects. That didn't happen here. They didn't do a standard field test of suspected contraband. In effect, they let him do his own kind of test and drink it.
Under oath, the agents say Cruz volunteered to drink the substance, but the video shows otherwise. He died just 2 hours later. Those agents are said to still be on the job.
New at 8 o'clock, just into the 10 News Live Center, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson issued a statement on proposed Russian sanctions. Now, it's a short statement, but I want to show you part of it here. He said the near unanimous votes by Congress represent the strong will of the American people to see Russia take steps to improve relations with the United States. We hope that there will be cooperation between our two countries on major global issues, and these sanctions will no longer be necessary. Of course, Mary, this is one of many things going on Capitol Hill.
Absolutely. To politics, we'll stay here. Developing story where resign and replace has become the order of the day. There's been another power shift in the West Wing. As Reince Priebus resigns, Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly will take over as Chief of Staff. This is just the latest in a round of high-profile exits. And now many in Washington are wondering if the former general will be able to impose order and discipline in the West Wing. Priebus says the exit's a fresh start for the administration. He was very gracious in interviews Friday. He declined to respond to some vicious comments in an article from new communications director Anthony Scaramucci about him and others within the president's inner circle. Kelly has no prior political experience, has even said he doesn't like politics. He starts the new job Monday.
Developing this morning, U.S. and South Korean forces conducting drills, firing missiles off the coast of South Korea. This in response to North Korea launching its second intercontinental ballistic missile in a month. Latest was airborne for more than 45 minutes before landing off the coast of Japan. Experts say this now proves the communist country is capable of striking the U.S.
It looks like this thing can go about 10,000 kilometers. That means from North Korea they could hit most of the United States, so they finally done it.
Yesterday's missile has the possibility of going as far as Denver if pointed at the U.S. A statement from the Department of Defense says the missile launch from North Korea, though, is not a threat to North America. President Trump also releasing a statement saying in part the United States will take all necessary steps to ensure the security of the American homeland and protect our allies in the region.
Now to a developing story on the tragedy at the Ohio State Fair, where some rides are now running again after that deadly accident this morning. Some of the riders who were on it are talking about their terrifying experience. Ron Claiborne has that story.
That was terrifying.
Survivors are now speaking out about the frightening moment that a thrill ride turned deadly at the Ohio State Fair.
The ride started, we were having a good time. I saw the floor raising up.
Abdi Hakim Hussein and Hannah Sally were strapped into their seats on the Fireball ride as it broke apart in midair.
It busted and people went flying.
The floor of their car coming unhinged.
I'm thinking that it's going to be us next, like it's going to break off.
The seatbelts wouldn't come up, they're still locked, and we're like, you know, get us out of here, get us out of here.
Amid the chaotic aftermath captured on camera, you can see Sally carrying an unconscious passenger over her shoulder.
There was a gentleman helping me, and we put her down onto the ground, and I was checking for a pulse.
Hussein limping behind her.
The left side of my body was just numb. Like I wasn't feeling my body.
18-year-old Tyler Jarrell was thrown 50 feet. The Columbus, Ohio native, who recently enlisted in the U.S. Marines, died at the scene. His family now filing a wrongful death lawsuit, while 7 others recover from their injuries. Riders now demanding answers.
I want to know what went wrong.
The fair partially reopening to a wary public.
You just got to weigh the risk versus the reward.
As investigators comb the wreckage for clues about what caused Wednesday's fatal accident.
A private gathering yesterday at the gravesite of fallen San Diego police officer Jonathan J.D. de Guzman. He was shot and killed in the line of duty a year ago. Now, I was there as family, friends, fellow officers. Chief Zimmerman remembered J.D. in Bonita, but it was also a celebration of life. After the rosary, after the prayer, loved ones gathered for a reception to remember him. Last year, de Guzman and his partner, Officer Wade Irwin, were in their patrol car in Southcrest July 28th when a man opened fire. De Guzman died from his injuries. His partner, Irwin, was shot, but he survived. And Mary, the public is also gathering today to remember our fallen hero.
A kind of a different tribute. 4 special CrossFit gym locations will hold a special workout today to honor de Guzman. Participants can head to the Alpine Ranch CrossFit at 8 o'clock this morning, or the Santee CrossFit Pride a little later on, CrossFit 858, and Boombox CrossFit on Kearney Villa Road, to honor the fallen officer. It's called the GS24 Memorial Partner Workout, named after de Guzman's call sign.
Well, happening today, the Joggin' for Frogmen 5K is getting underway. The race benefits the Navy SEAL Foundation, a great cause, and it's a great time.
10 News reporter Jessica Chen, she's live at the Naval Training Center Park at Liberty Station. So, Jess, who benefits from this event today?
Well, all the money raised is going to benefit the Navy SEAL Foundation. If you look behind me, you can see it is quite crowded now. Definitely people are starting to come out because the 5K officially kicks off in about an hour. Right now I'm joined by Jen. She's one of the event organizers. Good morning.
Good morning.
What are we seeing here right now?
Well, this is the 6th annual Jogging for Frogmen race series benefiting the Navy SEAL Foundation, supporting an organization that supports Navy SEALs and its families.
And it's not just the 5K today.
That's right. There's a tadpole trot that little kids can run, and it's super fun and super cute.
Give us some background on, how this event started, who is it honoring?
Sure. This event started as a result of the huge outpouring of support for the families who experienced the loss of Extortion 1-7. And since then, the event has grown. This is our 6th event. We're going to have over 1,500 participants, and so far the Jogging for Frogmen franchise has raised over $750,000 to benefit Navy SEALs and their families and the families of the fallen.
All right, thank you so much, Jen. Certainly a great event, and again, the 5K officially kicking off in about an hour or so, and it's not just the 5K you heard Jen mention. There's several other activities for this family-friendly event. For now, reporting at Liberty Station, Jessica Chen, 10 News.
All right, Jessica, thank you. Happening today, 200 of the world's best surfers are hitting the waves just to our north. The U.S. Open of Surfing kicks off in Huntington Beach. Organizers there are doing everything they can to keep the surfers safe from sharks. There'll be some water safety teams on jet skis who will be patrolling outside the set. There have been 18 shark sightings in Huntington Beach this year.
Weather Rate Certified San Diego's most accurate forecast. This is 10 News Pinpoint Weather. For great rates and a better banking experience, visit missionfed.com today.
We've had a lot of shark sightings locally as well.
Yes, we have.
Seal populations, and I know you want to mention the girls are surfing as well.
The Surfer Girl Pro happening today too. So a lot of folks will be in the water, obviously Mel, and hopefully it'll feel kind of refreshing.
Well, for the surfers, there's going to be a higher than normal surf. So it's not bad if you're good at surfing.
Yep.
If you're like me, not so good.
Maybe don't go in the water.
Exactly. I'm going to watch from the shore. 8:08 in the morning. Live look outside here in Coronado, where we are waking up to some of that patchy fog and the morning clouds for your Saturday morning. Right now, our current conditions, we are already in the 70s in Ramona, Escondido 68 degrees, Carlsbad, you are at 67, and in the South Bay, good morning to you in Imperial Beach, 69 degrees. All right, lots of surfers in the water right now, but we do want to remind you that if you do plan to head to our coast, we do have a beach hazard statement that is going into effect here starting at 10 o'clock this morning. It's going to last for a few days because we are seeing the effects here of Tropical Storm Hillary bringing some higher than normal surf as well as those strong rip currents. So just keep that in mind if you do plan to head to the beaches. We also have some high pressure here over the west that's keeping things warm for our region. And check out this activity here, mostly over Arizona, but that monsoonal moisture, we're going to start to feel it here in our area. So things might start to get sticky over the next few days. Our forecast highs for today in the deserts, 106 degrees, in the 80s there in Julian, Escondido about 84 degrees, and along our coastline, North County, in the mid to upper 70s. Our 7-day forecast here for the coast. So we are again waking up to that cloud cover that we're going to see for our morning hours for today. We're going to be in the 70s for the first half of the week and then bump it up to the 80s. But again, we are watching for that increasing humidity that we're going to start to feel here over the next few days. By the end of the week in our inland areas, the lower 90s is what we can expect. As far as our mountains and deserts are concerned, we're watching for a slight chance of those isolated showers and thunderstorms. We're going to get a better chance of that though over the next couple days. So something we'll continue to keep a close eye on.
We've had those like monsoonal conditions for a long time.
I know, yeah, it leaves, comes back, and it's coming back.
All right. Mel, thank you very much. Well, tomorrow we'd like to invite